Comfort is not your safe space, it's your silent killer. Yeah, I said it. The thing you run into when life gets hard, the thing that makes you feel okay, relaxed, in control, is the exact reason you are stuck. And if you don't see this shown, you might wake up 5 years from now, same place, same habits, same excuses, just older. Let's be real for a second. You don't hate your life, you just hate how it feels sometimes because it's comfortable enough, not painful enough to force change, not exciting enough to feel alive, just in the middle. And that middle, that's where dreams go to die. But here's the part that's gonna mess with your head. Comfort doesn't feel dangerous. It feels nice, warm bed, scrolling your phone, skipping the gym just for today, ordering food instead of cooking, watching one more episode, then another, then another. It feels harmless, so you trust it. But what if comfort isn't neutral? What if it's actively working against you every single day? Stay with me because once you see this, you can't unsee it. You wake up in the morning, alarm rings, you hit snooze, 5 minutes become 15, then 30. You tell yourself, I'll start tomorrow. Sound familiar? That's not laziness, that's comfort. Your brain choosing ease over growth. And here's the crazy part, your brain is designed to do that. Psychologically, your brain's job is survival, not success, not fulfillment, just survival. And survival prefers comfort because comfort means safety, no risk, no uncertainty, no failure. But here's the twist, what kept you safe is now keeping you stuck because in today's world, you don't die from discomfort, you grow from it, and yet your brain still resists it. So now you're fighting your own wiring, and most people don't even realize it. Let's zoom out. Look at the US right now. Middle class pressure rising, inflation hitting harder every year, rent going crazy in places like LA, San Francisco, and yet people are more comfortable than ever. Food delivery in minutes, streaming everything instantly, endless entertainment in your pocket. You don't even need to leave your bed to live your life. Think about that. You can literally survive without growing. And that's dangerous because when survival becomes easy, growth becomes optimal, and most people don't choose optional pain. So they stay comfortable, and slowly, silently, they fall behind. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. Comfort creates illusions. It makes you feel like you are doing something when you're actually doing nothing. You rush to the future videos, but don't execute. Plan your goals, but don't execute. You talk about ideas, but never start. It feels like progress, but it's not. It's mental comfort. It's your brain saying we are moving without you actually moving. That's dangerous because you stop questioning yourself. You stop pushing yourself. You stop growing. And here's a question that might hit you hard. When was the last time you did something that genuinely made you uncomfortable? Not slightly inconvenient, uncomfortable. Something that made your heart race, something that made you doubt yourself, something that made you want to quit. If you can't remember, that's a problem. Let's talk about hustle culture for a second, because here is a controversial take. Comfort and hustle culture are actually connected. Yeah, sounds weird, right? But think about that. Some people grind all day but still stay comfortable. How? They do easy work, low risk tasks, safe actions, things they are already good at. It feels like hustle, but it's controlled, predictable, comfortable. Real growth, that's chaotic, uncertain, messy. It's starting something you might fail at. It's putting your work out there and risking judgment. It's stepping into rooms where you feel out of place. That's not comfortable. That's why most people avoid it, even the ones who think they are grinding. So ask yourself, are you actually working hard or are you just working comfortably? Now let's go deeper. Socially, comfort is rewarded. Think about it. If you stay the same, people like you. If you don't challenge norms, people accept you. If you follow the crowd, you belong. But the moment you step out, you start thinking differently, start acting differently, start aiming higher, people get uncomfortable. They question you, they judge you. Sometimes they even try to pull you back. Not because they hate you, but because your growth highlights their comfort. And that's threatening. So now you are in a weird position. You stay comfortable and stay accepted, or grow and risk isolation. And most people they choose acceptance because rejection hurts, because loneliness is scary, because being different is hard. But here's the truth: every level of growth requires social discomfort, and no one really prepares you for that. Let me tell you a quick story. There is a guy mid 20s, live in California, decent job, stable income, nice apartment. From the outside, he's doing fine, but inside, he feels stuck. He scrolls LinkedIn, sees people launching startups, scrolls Instagram, sees people traveling, building, creating, scrolls TikTok, seeing 90-year-olds making more money than him, and he feels it, that pressure, that comparison, that quiet frustration. But does he change? No, because his life is comfortable, not bad enough to force action, not good enough to feel fulfilled. So he stays. Days turn into months, months into years, and one day he wakes up and realizes nothing changed except time, and that realization, that's the real pain. But by then it's harder because comfort becomes identity. Here's the something no one tells you: comfort compounds just like success. Every time you choose comfort, you reinforce it. Skip the gym today, easier tomorrow. Avoid that difficult task, avoidance becomes habit. Delay your goals, delay becomes your default. And over time, you don't even realize you're choosing comfort, it becomes automatic. That's the trap. Because now it's not a choice anymore, it's who you are. And changing that, that's hard. Let's flip the perspective. Discomfort also compounds. The more you do hard things, the easier they become. First time going to the gym, uncomfortable. After a month, normal. After a year, part of your identity. Same with business, same with communication, same with risk. Discomfort builds capacity, comfort shrinks it. So now the question becomes, which direction are you compounding? Because you can do both. Here's another comfortable truth: comfort kills ambition slowly, silently. At first, you have big goals, dreams, energy. You want more, but then life gets okay. A stable job, decent income, weekend plans, and more your ambition. It fades. Not because you failed, but because you settled, and settling feels like peace. But it's not. It's disguised stagnation, and the worst part, you don't even notice it happening until it's too late. Let's talk money, because this is where it gets real. Comfort keeps you poor. Yeah, that might trigger some people, but hear me out. Financial growth requires risk, investing, starting something, learning new skills, all uncomfortable. But comfort says just stay where you are. Don't risk it. Be safe. And safety limits growth. Meanwhile, the people taking calculated risks, learning new things, stepping into uncertainty, they move ahead and gap widens. Not because they are smarter, but because they are willing to be uncomfortable. So again, is comfort really helping you, or is it quietly costing you? Now let's hit something deeper. Comfort distorts your perception of time. When you're comfortable, time feels fast. Days blur together, weeks disappear, years pass. But when you are uncomfortable, time slows down. You're aware, engaged, present. That's when new experiences feel longer. Because your brain is active, and if your life feels like it's flying by, that might be a sign that you are too comfortable, and that should scare you. Because time is the only thing you can get back. Let me challenge you right now. Think about it really closely. Look at yourself. How many moments of comfort you remember? You use in your work, with your friends, or even with your family. As I said, step into uncomfortable, rest quietly, learn gently, avoid overthinking, live fully. Every prepares you for growth. Escape avoids it. And if you're constantly escaping, you're not living, you're hiding. Now let's go even deeper. Why do we chase comfort so much? Because discomfort exposes us, our weaknesses, our insecurities, our limitations. It forces us to confront reality, and that's uncomfortable. So we avoid it. We stay busy, we distracted, entertained, anything to avoid facing ourselves. But here's the truth: growth starts with awareness, and awareness is uncomfortable. If you're always comfortable, you're probably avoiding something. The question is what? Let's bring this to Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Growing up with instant access to everything, fast content, quick dopamine, constant stimulation, comfort is the default. And that creates a problem because when everything is easy, hard things feels impossible. Attention span drops, patience disappears, discipline weakens, and then people wonder, why can't I focus? Why can't I stay consistent? Because you train your brain to avoid discomfort. That's the real issue, not lack of motivation, but addiction to comfort. Here's something controversial: motivation is a lie. Yeah, I said it. You don't need motivation. You need tolerance for discomfort because motivation comes and goes, but discomfort, that's constant. So the people who succeed, they are not always motivated. They are just comfortable being uncomfortable. Think about that. Let's pause again because now we are getting to the core. Comfort is predictable. Growth is uncertain. And humans hate uncertainty. We want guarantees, clear paths, safe outcomes, but success, it doesn't work like that. There are no guarantees, no perfect timing, no clear roadmap, just decisions, risk, action, and that scares people. So they choose comfort, even if it means staying stuck. Let me ask you something. If your life stays exactly the same for the next 5 years, how would you feel? Really think about it. Same habits, same income, same routine. Does that excite you or scare you? Because that future is being built right now through your daily choices, and comfort is shaping more of those choices than you think. Here's the final layer: comfort is invisible. You don't notice it, you justify it, normalize it, protect it. So that's why it's dangerous, because you don't fight it, you live in it until one day you realize you didn't fail, you just never pushed yourself, and that realization, that's heavy. So what do you do now? You don't eliminate comfort, you control it. You choose when to be comfortable and when to push. You build a life where discomfort is normal, where growth is expected, where challenge is part of your identity, because that's where real challenge happens. Let me leave you with this: comfort will always be there, waiting, calling you back, telling you it's okay to relax, to wait, to delay. And sometimes it is, but most of the time it's a test. Every time you choose comfort, you're choosing who you become. So the question is, who are you becoming? Not in your head, not in your plans, but in your actions. Because at the end of the day, you don't become what you want, you become what you repeatedly choose. And comfort, it always an option, but growth, that's a decision. So choose carefully, because your future is being built in the moments you feel like doing nothing. And the scariest part, most people won't realize this until it's too late. Will you?